My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner, playing my recorder. My parents really wanted me to become a lawyer, but instead I spent my time just playing the recorder. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner, playing my recorder. Some people can perform, but I'm an outperformer. I've been playing so much I need to have a drink of water. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner, playing my recorder. If recorders turned to robots, they would be a transformer. I think I might have some kind of social disorder.
Welcome to the Richard in the Corner podcast that explores the fascinating world of dietary patterns and their impact on our health and well-being. I'm your host, Richard Juno Miles Horst. And today we have a fantastic panel of experts joining us to discuss various dietary approaches. So let's dive right in. Our first guest is Koch Archer, a registered dietitian and an advocate for plant-based diets. Welcome, Koch Archer.
Thank you, Richard. It's great to be here.
We are also joined by Jonathan Koch, a renowned nutritionist and expert on the Mediterranean diet. Welcome, Jonathan Koch.
Thank you, Mr. Miles. I'm thrilled to be a part of this discussion.
Our next guest is Yannick Freestyle, a fitness enthusiast who follows a ketogenic diet. Welcome, Yannick Freestyle.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Junomite. I'm excited to share my experiences.
Next, we have Niklas Danny Mühlner, a nutrition researcher specializing in the benefits of intermittent fasting. Welcome, Niklas Danny Mühlner.
Pleasure to be here, Richard. Looking forward to shedding light on intermittent fasting.
Last but not least, we have Mr. Higgers, a spokesperson for balanced and mindful eating. Welcome, Mr. Higgers.
Thanks, Mr. Horst. Happy to be part of this conversation.
Excellent. With such a diverse panel, we have a wealth of knowledge to explore. Let's start by discussing the benefits and challenges of your perspective dietary patterns. Koch Archer, could you tell us about the advantages of plant-based diet?
Absolutely, Richard. A plant-based diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes, provide ample fibers, essential nutrients, and antioxidants. It can promote heart health, reduce the risk of chronic diseases, and support sustainable food systems.
Fascinating. Now, Jonathan Koch, could you share the key benefits of the Mediterranean diet?
Of course, Mr. Juno Miles. The Mediterranean diet emphasizes fresh produce, lean proteins, healthy fats like olive oil, and moderate amounts of dairy and wine. It has been linked to a lower risk of heart disease, improved brain health, and overall longevity.
Wonderful. Yannick Freestyle, could you shed some light on the ketogenic diet and its advantages?
Certainly, Mr. Miles. The ketogenic diet is a low-carb, high-fat approach that aims to shift the body into ketosis, where it primarily burns fat for fuel. It has shown benefits for weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, and mental clarity for some individuals.
Thank you for that insight. Now, Niklas Danny Mühlner, can you explain intermittent fasting and its potential benefits?
Certainly, Mr. Juno, intermittent fasting involves cycling between periods of fasting and eating. It has shown promise for weight management, improved metabolic health, and cellular repair. However, it's important to approach it with caution and individualize it based on personal needs.
Weißt du, Kalle, du solltest dir mal ein Seidenbacher Müsli essen. Ein Seidenbacher Müsli, ja, dann hättest du auch nicht immer die Probleme mit deiner Verdauung. Jetzt probierst halt's halt. Weißt du, das ist gut. Das tut auch dir gut. Seidenbacher Müsli. Weißt du, das ist das Müsli von dem Seidenbacher.
Der Pizza-Burger ist da. Für alle, die ein Sixpack manchmal lieber trinken als trainieren. Für alle, für die Salat nur Tischdeko ist. Für alle, für die Messer und Gabel Kinderkram sind. Für euch gibt's jetzt den Pizza-Burger. Innen super saftige Pizza. Außen knuspriger Burger. Für euch, die ihr keinen Appetit habt, sondern Hunger. Fingerfood für Fäuste. Pizza-Burger. Neu von Dr. Oetker.
Hallo, Herr Neumann hat uns geschrieben, ihm sei der Wechsel seines DSL-Anbieters zu kompliziert. Da müsste er doch alles neu installieren. Herr Neumann, das hier ist unser DSL-Modem. Oder besser gesagt, Ihrs. Denn wenn Sie zu uns wechseln, erhalten Sie zu Ihrem Modem einen persönlichen Startcode. Zu Hause dann einfach altes Modem raus, neues 1&1 Modem rein, Startcode eingeben und Ihr Modem installiert sich vollautomatisch ganz von allein. Einfacher geht's nicht.
Internet und Telefon volle 24 Monate für 19,99 € im Monat. Jetzt wechseln und 100 € Bonus sichern. 1&1.de.
Valuable informations. Lastly, Mr. Higgers, could you share your perspective on balanced and mindful eating?
A few cues. Choosing a wide variety of nutrient-dense foods and enjoying meals mindfully. It encourages a positive relationship with food, promotes overall well-being, and can be personalized to individual preferences.
Thank you all for providing such valuable insights into your perspective dietary patterns. Now let's discuss any potential challenges and misconceptions associated with your approaches. Koch Arche, could you start us off?
Certainly, Richard. Some challenges with plant-based diet include ensuring adequate nutrient intake, especially for certain vitamins and minerals, like vitamin B12 and iron. There are also misconceptions that it's difficult to get enough protein on a plant-based diet, which is not necessarily true with proper planning. There are many things that speak for a vegan lifestyle. First of all, there are the ethical considerations. One of the primary arguments for veganism is based on the ethical consideration. Many people choose veganism because they believe in the inherent value and rights of animals. They view animals as sentient beings capable of expressing pain, suffering, and desire to live. Veganism seeks to reduce the harm and exploitation of animals, being abstaining from using them for food, clothing, entertainment, or any other purpose. But there's always the factor of environmental impact. Animal agriculture is a significant contributor to environmental degradation. It is a leading cause of deforestation, habitat loss, water pollution, and greenhouse gas emission. Livestock production requires vast amounts of land, water, and food resources, which could be used more efficiently to feed the growing global population directly. Adopting a vegan lifestyle can significantly reduce an individual's carbon footprint and contribute to mitigating climate change.
Okay, wer von euch Vollpfosten hat mein Deo geklaut?
Damit wir riechen wie du?
Wer möchte das nicht?
Hallo, wer?
Klappe, Stinker.
Tim? Iss ein Snickers.
Wieso?
Immer wenn du hungrig bist, wirst du zur Diva. Besser? Besser.
Du bist nicht du, wenn du hungrig bist. Snickers und der Hunger ist gegessen.
But there are also health benefits. A well-planned vegan diet can offer numerous health benefits. Studies have shown that vegans tend to have lower risk of developing heart diseases, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. Plant-based diets are typically higher in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, while being lower in saturated fat and cholesterol. A balanced vegan diet can provide all the necessary nutrients, including protein, without the negative health effects associated with the excessive animal product consumption. Food security and resource efficiency is also a big thing for us vegans. The global demand of animal production is increasing, placing a strain on food production systems. Animal agriculture requires significant amounts of land, water, and crops to feed the animals. By adopting veganism, we can elevate pressure on these limited resources. Plant-based diets are more resource efficient, as they require fewer inputs and can feed more people per unit of land and water. And there's also the antibiotic resistance and the public health in general. The routine use of antibiotics in animal agriculture contributes to the rise of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, posing a serious threat to human health. There's also the antibiotic resistance and public health. The routine use of antibiotics in animal agriculture contributes to the rise of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, posing a serious threat to human health. The widespread use of antibiotics in livestock promotes the development of resistant strains that can spread to humans through food consumption or contact with animals. By reducing demand for animal products, we can help minimize the need for antibiotics in farming practices and mitigate the risk of antibiotic resistance. We vegans also stand for global justice and equality, because the production of animal products often involves exploitation and unfair labor practices, particularly in large-scale industrial farming. Workers in these industries face challenges. We vegans also stand for global justice and equality, because the production of animal products often involves exploitation and unfair labor practices, particularly in large-scale industrial farming. Workers in this industry face challenging working conditions, low wages, and limited access to rights and protection. By supporting veganism, we can advocate for a more fair food system that values the welfare and rights of both animal and humans, promoting a better working condition and fairer treatment of workers.
Bitburger. So gut kann Bier schmecken. Mit bestem Bitburger Siegelhopfen verfeinert. Und deshalb bitte ein Bit.
Bei einem Glasschaden brauchen Sie schnell Hilfe, oder?
Suchen Sie nicht lang nach irgendeiner Werkstatt. Auf carglass.ch buchen Sie mit nur ein paar Klicks einen Termin.
Kein Login, kein Passwort. Buchen Sie jetzt auf carglass.ch.
Carglass repariert, Carglass duscht aus.
Krombacher. Einzigartig im Geschmack. Mit Felsquellwasser gebraut. Krombacher. Eine Perle der Natur. Genießen Sie es.
And of course, there's the cultural and culinary diversity. Embracing veganism can lead to a more diverse and creative approach to cooking and eating. It encourages exploration of new plant-based ingredients, flavors, and cooking techniques from various cultures around the world. Veganism promotes a wider range of culinary experiences and opens up opportunities for innovation and adaptation, allowing people to discover and appreciate the richness of plant-based cuisine.
Thank you for addressing that. Jonathan Cork, what challenges and misconceptions do you often encounter with the Mediterranean diet?
Great question, Mr. Miles. One challenge is the availability of Mediterranean ingredients in some regions. Additionally, people sometimes think it's a high-fat or indulging diet, but it's essential to emphasize portion control and prioritize healthy fats.
I appreciate your clarification. Yannick Freestyle, what changes do individuals following a ketogenic diet often face?
Certainly, Mr. Miles, the ketogenic diet is a low-carb, high-fat approach that aims to shift the body into ketosis, where it primarily burns fat for fuel. It has shown benefits for weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, and mental clarity for some individuals.
Very important points to consider. Niklas Danny Mühlner, what challenges and misconceptions should people be aware of when exploring intermittent fasting?
Absolutely, Mr. Juno. One challenge is finding the fasting schedule that's working best for each individual. It's also essential to note that intermittent fasting may not be suitable for everyone, such as those with specific medical conditions or eating disorders. Lastly, there's a misconception that intermittent fasting is solely a weight loss tool, while its potential benefits extend beyond that.
Thank you for highlighting those aspects. Finally, Mr. Higgers, could you address any challenge or misconception surrounding balance and mindful eating?
Certainly, Mr. Horst, a challenge can be navigating the abundance of conflicting nutrition information and fad diets in today's society. Some misconceptions include labeling foods as good or bad and overly restricting certain food groups, which can lead to an imbalanced approach.
Valuable insights once again. As we wrap up, I would like each of you to share one key takeaway regarding your dietary approach. Koch Archer, let's start with you.
Thank you, Richard. My key takeaway is that a plant-based diet can provide numerous health benefits while also being environmentally sustainable.
Wonderful. Jonathan Cook, your key takeaway.
My key takeaway is that the Mediterranean diet emphasizes whole, unprocessed foods and can contribute to a healthy and enjoyable lifestyle.
Excellent. Yannick Freestyle, what's your key takeaway?
My key takeaway is that the ketogenic diet can be a useful tool for certain individuals, but should be approached with proper guidance and awareness of individual needs.
Thank you. Niklas Danny Müller, your key takeaway?
My key takeaway is that intermittent fasting can offer potential benefits that is crucial to personalized approach and consider individual circumstances.
Lastly, Mr. Higgers, your key takeaway?
My key takeaway is that balanced and mindful eating allows for flexibility and enjoyment while emphasizing nourishment and overall well-being.
Thank you all for sharing your expertise and insights. This discussion has been enlightening, and I'm sure our listeners have gained a deeper understanding of various dietary patterns. That's all the time we have for today on Richard in the Corner, the podcast. Join us next time for another captivating episode. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the world of nutrition. And thank you to our wonderful panel of guests and to all our listeners for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on social media for more exciting content. See you next time. And a big thank you to our sponsors who make all this possible.
My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner.
Du bist du. Und du weißt, was du willst. Du willst weiter. Mach dich zum Original. Tipico. Das Original.
Sitting in the corner, playing my recorder. My parents really wanted me to become a lawyer. But instead I spent my time just playing the recorder. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner, playing my recorder. Some people can perform, but I'm an outperformer. I've been playing so much I need to have a drink of water. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner, playing my recorder. If recorders turned to robots, they would be a transformer. I think I might have some kind of social disorder.